We live, baby. That's all I gotta say. Oh my god, Doug, y'all just. Oh, okay. So listeners out there, at first I just told these cats we wasn't gonna talk about it, but I gotta talk about it. So first of all, fuck Blog Talk, and I say that on Blog Talk because for the past 2, maybe 3 weeks, we have been having constant issues with anything and everything we try to do here behind the scenes. Uh, Boards not loading, screens getting deleted, people can't call in. Like literally, people we almost wasn't able to do the show tonight simply because nobody can call in, but me working the boards. But luckily, I am like technologically smart and I keep backup plans that we are here doing the show right now. But yeah, we'll be done. We'll be done with Blog Talk in a minute. So be on the lookout for a new call-in number and a new way for us to do shows. But with that being said, let us move on with our greatness. Got me thinking that she paid them off. I ain't gonna say no name, but she paid them off. That's what it is. She paid them off. She paid them off. She paid them off. All right. Just saying. They must knew that we was gonna talk. You know what it is? No, no, no. I think Monique knew we were gonna talk about her today, and so Blog Talk rallied together behind Monique and protested Tone Deaf Radio because she know how we feel right now about her stupidness. Can't stop, won't stop. Rockefeller, get down, baby, get down. Nothing, 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 nothing at all, man. Nothing at all. But anyway, how's y'all guys' week been going though? Like, how's everything been going for y'all? Sorry to hear that, bruh. No doubt. I mean, you can, you just won't. Because believe me, people can find anything to complain about. People will complain for no reason. But you just ain't, you don't have a reason to. You don't want that hate in your heart. That's all. I get it. Ooh. No doubt. No doubt. Yeah. It's daddy daughter Sunday for me. So if y'all happen to hear the little ones in the background, they didn't want to stay in their area, so they want to stay here with daddy. So one of these days I'm gonna give them their own show and just let them talk, cause I'm scared to hear what come out their mouth. But it'll probably be the most listened to show on Tone Deaf Radio either way it goes. Just saying. Little kids tell you. Have you ever noticed little kids have no filter? You know what I'm saying? Like they will tell anything and everything. Like it's tax season now, right? So little kids is getting all kind of stuff from their parents and their dads, but they ain't got no problem to tell you where they got it, why they got it, and how they got it. It was like, yeah, my mama bought me this with her tax money, but she bought it from some dude out the back of his trunk, though. Like, like, oh, you just gonna put your mama out there like that? But because they don't see nothing wrong with it, or they be like, yeah, my uncle such and such bought this for me, and they be like, you ain't got no uncle. It's like, yeah, I do. Uncle such and such come over by the house every night on Wednesday around about 8, and I'm like, wait, what? So, I mean, little kids is funny though. God, they is dead funny. So, anyway, so what we talking about tonight, bro? What we talking about tonight? Yeah, we definitely got to talk about this, dog. Cause I'm getting to the point where, cause I'm getting sick and tired of when they say the good people finish last. Okay, the good guy finished last, and I'm sick of that. And it's to the point to this society where the good guys have to turn basically into jerks and assholes for us to even get the recognition. Meanwhile, these niggas who will do you dirty 7 times over are like the greatest thing until they get did wrong. You know what I'm saying? And that's not cool. That's not cool. But let's go ahead. Let's take a commercial break. Let me get the girls situated, and then we can definitely go in on this because yeah, I'm tired of this. Like I got some good men friends out there who all they want to do is be loved. You know what? Let me see if I can find a young gunner because this definitely is a topic for him. He might be getting money right now, but let's find out what's going on. But yeah, let's go ahead. Oh yeah, we'll see. Hold on. You know, we having the issue, so let's make sure they even let us play our music today. how they acted. I hear you. Yeah. Hey, Gator, readjust your mic a little bit. Gator. Re- hey, Gator, readjust your mic a little bit. I was telling Gator, readjust his mic a little bit. He got a little feedback. Uh, it's better right there. You just, your octaves is hitting high. So you know what I'm saying. Right there, right there. There you go. You good. You good. You on point. Yeah, that definitely was a moment in his life where he was basically feeling that he wasn't being treated correctly, and he tied these games. Tied these games. No, no, no. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. You know I gotta take care of daddy duties on the low. Gotta take care. Gotta take care of daddy duties. Mm. All right. All right. So, as a representative of the male species, as I step up to the delegation and the pulpit, I promise people of the congregation that I will not preach long today. I will go ahead and just stick to the topics, but definitely make sure that you go ahead and put your offerings in the plate as it goes around, as we today discuss why fuck boys, while these assholes of men are winning. See, us good guys, we get a bad rep. Okay, the first thing that good guys get a bad rep in regard to is we're too nice, we're pushovers, we're too easy, which is not always the case. It's just that when it comes to you, we don't always have to be so overly aggressive and always be forceful in regards to things. We actually want to do nice things for you. We actually want to take you out places. We actually want to make sure that you're situated. That way you don't have to have the stress on your back. But what happens is a lot of these women get so accustomed to having these stressful situations or these predetermined notions that every guy is the same. You don't understand how many times I have heard women say, all you men are the same. All you men only want one thing. All you men are only good for is. But the problem is what you're looking for in a man isn't actually qualities that make a good guy different than a bad guy. So because you're looking for simplistic qualities in a man because you have your standards sitting at a lower than normal level, a good guy doesn't always have to be an asshole to give you what you're asking for. So you see the jerk who he doesn't do nothing with his time but sit around and smoke weed and do ignorant shit. But because he can provide quick cash for you right then and there for you to go ahead and live your frivolous lifestyle, it turns out that, oh, let me continue to deal with this. And then you come to find out this jerk who, yeah, he can give you money right away because that's what you want. He also will give you tons of headache. He's also a cheater. He also will do things around you or around your kids that you might not think is appropriate, but he feels like he shouldn't have to change it because he's giving you what you're asking for. They done slept with so many different women that, yeah, their sex game is phenomenal because they put their dick in anything and everything. So you get dickmatized for the wrong reasons. Meanwhile, the good guy doesn't always just want to dick you down. They actually want to make love to you. They want to make your life be stress-free. They'll go in there and help you out in the kitchen sometimes. They'll go in there and take the kids off your hands for a while. But then, because they want to make you happy and want to make sure that you're good to go, you consider them a pushover, which is not necessarily the case. The thing about it is you fuck over us. Because we're not aggressive in the bed, and they always want to make you happy, you don't think that you need to tell them, well, you know what, baby, I love what you do for me, but you know what, every once in a while, smack my ass and pull my hair. You tell them that, if that's what you want. Just because the bad boy does it right away, because he just does whatever he wants to your body because he doesn't care, you ladies love that. Oh, wow, I've never had somebody be so aggressive to me. I must get a guy like this. No, just tell the man that you with who got everything else down packed how you want to do it in the bedroom. But then you women will come back with the excuses of, well, I don't feel like I need to teach a man anything. I think we too grown to have to still be taught. No, you will always have to learn. Teachers still go to school even after they had their degree and been teaching for years. So what makes you think that other people don't need to be taught? Every single person is not the same. Me and Teresa might get down one way, but if we ever happen to split up and I go with another woman, she probably gonna want something completely different. You gotta teach me what you want, so I know that you can always get it the way you want it. Just like any guy you go between, that guy might not dick you down the same way this guy dicks you down. That don't mean don't deal with the other guy, but tell this guy, hey, smack my ass and pull my hair sometimes. I like that. Put a thumb in my booty. Don't do it every time, but at least try it and see how I react at that point. Like, this is the things I'm talking, like, these are like the small little things that make situations worse than what they are because communication is not there. But I'm tired of venting. I will go ahead and let the rest of the congregation speak today.
Crowd noise.
Big facts. No, they know what they do. They always know what they doing. They know what they doing. Like one of the big things that kind of as time irritates me, especially now that I'm like in the older category, is the same girls that wouldn't give you the attention when you were younger, when they were, let's just say, very desirable in looks. Not saying they ugly now, but just like in that younger, smaller, undamaged physically and emotional look, that innocence still, they would fall in love with the bad boys or the ones who we all know wasn't good for them. Okay? We're not gonna say they was always bad boys. We just know that you two wasn't compatible, but you were attracted to them. And I get that, people. I get that you can't control who you're attracted to, or you can't control who you're with, or who you want to be with, I should say. Because there's sometimes there's that girl that we guys like. We just like, dog. I just want to get with her. Like, I'll throw all caution to the wind if she gave me an opportunity, because I'm just that attracted to her. But what gets me is you have that male friend, okay, and this guy likes you, and a woman cannot sit here and say she don't know when a guy likes her, because she does. Because we do things that are obvious, whether we try to or not. You can tell we like you. So this guy likes you. He may not be physically what you're attracted to at the time, or you might be stuck on somebody else, and you really want to see where that can go before you give this guy a chance, and it goes bad. Here you are, 3 kids in deep. You come to find out he's been cheating on you the whole time, and all these different signs that's always been there. Hell, you can even got out the relationship before you even had your first kid with this guy, but you still wanted to make it work. And now you want to go ahead and give this guy a chance, because while he was not with you, he went on and he did other things because you cut him off. You didn't want to talk to him. Oh, my boyfriend don't think we should be friends because he doesn't want me to have male friends. And because I don't want him to have female friends, I'm going to go ahead and have to stop the friendship with you. And all this extra stuff. Now you're out of the relationship. Now you're damaged goods, in so many words, because emotionally you're scarred. You're now a single mother of 3 kids that you wasn't expecting. I know that's not a bad thing overall, but the struggle is definitely real for you now, because you based and put all your effort into this guy that you're emotionally drained. Now, for you to get back out there in the dating world, every guy has to have everything together, which is not fair, because you don't have everything together right now. You're not in position to have everything together because you just got out this long-term situation. And all of a sudden, the guy you kicked to the curb or you ignored, you happen to run across him. You seen him on Facebook. You bumped into him in the grocery store. One night out with drinks with your friends. Him and his guys happen to be there. Now you want to shoot your shot at him. But you look nothing like the way you did before. You're a more thicker woman than you were before. You got a gut now. You didn't have a gut before. Not saying that we don't care about the gut, but I'm just saying you physically look nothing like the way you were. You wasn't Mariah Carey in the 90s. You're Mariah Carey in the 2014s, but you're expecting this guy to just take you as you are. And I don't think that's fair, that the good guys have to take the damaged products, the damaged situation, the emotionally scarred woman, and not only do we have to put in the work to get you back, that your confidence level is where it needs to be again, but we have to accept all these flaws that you had, when in the beginning all of this could have been avoided. Now, I'm not saying that you're not allowed to go make your mistakes, because believe me, we made our mistakes too when we wasn't with you. Okay, but what I'm saying is you can't expect for the love and the attraction to still be the same after the damage you've done to us by rejecting us. Now, we were on another show, and I can't remember whose show I was on when I said this, but us men, we only fall in love one time. Okay, we only truly put ourselves out there one. Now, we might date multiple women, but love wise, we only fall in love one time. And when that love is taken for granted, when that relationship is damaged, when that situation is no longer a good situation, we won't trust another woman ever again. We won't put our heart into another situation 100% ever again because we're damaged on the inside. And men don't recover like women recover. So I'm not gonna say we're gonna run out here and put our penises in every single woman that give us a chance. Okay, maybe the first 3 months we will. Maybe the first 3 months. Right, maybe the first 3 months. But after that, we're not going to be vulnerable like that ever again. So for the person that we wanted back in the days to now pop up, we're not going to be that good guy anymore. We're not going to be that sensitive soul that wanted nothing but the best for you. Believe it or not, we become that bad guy. And it's a vicious cycle because it could have been avoided as well too. You know what I'm saying? So the whole thing, the whole scenario, and I'm speaking from part experience, part observation. Because I've had my lady friends in the past, but long before I even got with Teresa, that I wanted to see where things can go. But because you were stuck on this dude who may have been a little bit bigger than me, may have been a little bit more athletic than me, may have actually had a car at the time, so you could do these things while I might have still been on the bus. Here we are, fast forward 10 years later. At the time, I'm not on the market, but you willing to be the side chick because you don't want to be alone and you missed out on a good opportunity. So like, even then, I'm sitting looking at you like, do I even want you like that? Okay? Because now you've changed up everything. impossible. I mean, if you sit back and think about it, it's impossible for somebody to be with everybody because the male to female ratio on this planet is like 12 to 1. Okay? So even if you sat down and let's eliminate the gay girls, okay? And let's just say every one man married one woman, okay? That would still leave a minimum of at least 5 women per every guy that doesn't have somebody. So even if we do the math, that just means that some of y'all are supposed to be single, okay? Some of y'all are supposed to be by yourselves. So I feel that even though everybody wants to be with somebody when it's all said and done, everybody should prepare themselves to be able to live alone as well too. Okay? And I think that's what we don't do. We spend all our time, money, and effort working towards being the perfect mate for somebody that we never work on being the perfect us for ourselves. Like, okay. That was a jewel. Like I said, I'll put it on a T-shirt for you if you need to. I'll say it once again. We spend so much time being the perfect mate for somebody in the future that we never work on being the perfect us for ourselves. See, I always preach self-love is the best love. But you get people who will say they sick and tired of hearing self-love is the best love. And the reason why they get sick and tired of hearing it is because they're not happy with where they are with themselves right now. Whether it was a bad decision that was made in a previous relationship and now you're single with kids, or you're stuck with a situation financially that you can't get out of because of the relationship you were in once before, or just simply you can't find the fictitious mate that you've created for yourself because that mate either may already be taken or it just doesn't exist. You know, they don't want to be alone because they can't handle being alone. Some people build themselves up to be around people all the time. Social media is where it is right now, and it's so important in so many people's lives because it gives them the false concept that they're not alone. Whenever they're sitting in their house, in their bed, eating their meal by themselves, they can jump on Facebook or Instagram and get into a group of 1,000 people and talk to folks they've never seen before. Or they can go on a dating website and reject every single person who's shot they shot just to feel like they out here in the dating world when they're really not. Or they can go on Instagram and post a picture of themselves with a filter looking like a snack, which is the new word that they're using right now, and get 50,000 likes to make themselves feel important. But when it all boils down to it, the minute you put down that device, you are still single. Okay? You are still handling your everyday situation by yourselves, and it's so many people who can't deal with that. Depression is at an all-time high because people are depressed because they're alone. Okay? And holidays don't make it no better. When your holidays, you have to spend it with family. Or these holidays such as Valentine's Day or Sweetest Day, you know, these days that basically are catered to loving someone else or someone else showing their love for you, you don't have it, so it becomes a problem, you know. It's even to the point that it's so bad that women are willingly being the other woman to situations they should not be nowhere near. Okay? And I'm not saying that it's one thing when all you want is some penis, and this guy who you slept with once before gave you great penis, that you're saying, hey, I'm going to deal with you because I know you're in a relationship, so you're not going to bother me with all the extra let's go out in public stuff. You're just going to bring me the penis when I need the penis and go home. That's different. That I can live with that. I can understand situations like that if people get in those situations. But it's the ones where you're so needing to be important to someone that you're willing to accept the role of side chick because this person will give you the attention they give you on Wednesdays and Sundays, and not for the rest of the week. Those are the ones I have the issues with. Those are the ones that are the problem. Those are the ones who need our attention, okay? But will turn down the good guy because they're content being in this situation. Not realizing that the guy who's trying to give you the world and then some, you don't want him because he's not over 6 feet tall. He doesn't have muscles out this world. He doesn't have a Gucci belt. You know, like the small, or every single time you want to ask for money, he can't give it to you because he's trying to pay the mortgage and the water bill and making sure taxes are paid. You know, the materialistic stuff that has value to it. You know, if your house burnt up today, I got insurance that can get me a new house. If my clothes burnt up today, I'm SOL. Do you see the difference here? And I'm not saying don't go out there and cop you a couple of pair of Jordans. I'm not saying don't go out here and have a Gucci belt and all this thing. But if that's all they got to their name that can say value, then it's time to look for other reasons to be dating. Besides, they just look fly. I like their swag. You know, that's the problem. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Gator, but I had to get that off. See, I look at the list, and sadly, nothing on the list fits my mind state when it comes to this situation. But I do fuck with this Fred the Godson you got on there because I was listening to it, and I feel like the world needs to hear what Fred has on his mind. So what I'm gonna do, is I'm go ahead and run this Fred real quick for y'all, and and then we'll be right back, people. Yeah. And we're back. Nah. Yeah, I'm here. Mm. Um, I'm down for any. I'm down for anything right now, bruh. y'all don't want me to go in on this. Y'all don't want me to. This is not what this is not what y'all this is not what y'all want from me. The world is not the world. Nah, I can go first. I'll go first. Ain't no big deal. Alright, so let me make sure I heard you correctly before I go in. You want 5 reasons how a woman can lose a good man. That's what you asking. 5 reasons as was. Okay. 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 Now, ladies, normally I would tell you take this with a grain of salt, but I want you to actually get a pen and piece of paper. Break out your phones, open up your Evernotes, use your iCloud, whatever you got to do to make sure you do not lose this. This is very important. Now, ironically, men, because you know I love playing devil's advocate, some of these same things can apply to you as well. So look at them on face value and look on yourself as well. Number one, the number one thing that I can say right now that can definitely make you lose the significant other that you are with is to carry yourself as if you're the greatest thing to ever happen to them. Number one, never be that vain that you think that you are just so good, that you are the best thing that's popping. You are that person cannot do better. Okay? Don't ever do that. Because first of all, that makes you undesirable over time. That person will eventually find somebody that will have traits that you are missing. Humbleness is definitely one of them. So a humble mate will definitely get you kicked out the house quickly. And women, you women tend to think that your pussy is power. And we've said that before. We've said that everything about the world is built around the man getting the pussy. But here's the thing. It's not as important as you wanted to believe it is. We are built to chase the pussy, but at the end of the day, we don't need yo pussy. Okay? Let's get that straight. So if all you have to bring to the table is what's between your legs, and then you brag as if this is the best thing that can happen to this person because they are able to get between your legs, you have already lost the war in the relationship. So definitely let that go. Number two, and this goes to the opposite end of the spectrum, is the motherly ones. Now, some of you women love to love your man, and I get that. We love that too. We want that. But there's a big difference between loving your man and turning into your man's second mother. We have our flaws. We have our mistakes. We have our errors. You see all of this when we first start the relationship. Don't coddle us. Don't try to control everything about us. And most importantly, don't try to change us. We will change over time. We have to see and understand the reason why something about us is affecting us. But don't try to change us. If we're smokers, don't try to destroy all of our cigarettes and hide all of our stuff. Or try to make certain areas a smoke-free area. Because you know what we'll do? We'll just go smoke somewhere else. Or even worse, ladies, we will find a woman who smokes too. And that'll be the worst reason to lose this particular significant other, because you're trying to change us. Go ahead and present to us the reasons why smoking is bad. Explain to them how it's affecting your kids. Tell them how secondhand smoke is not good for you and it shortens your life. Hell, even go ahead and point it out that smoking affects our sex life. Do little things like that, but don't do the obvious, like destroying our cigarettes. A damn pack of cigarettes almost costs $10 right now. Don't do that. Don't flush stuff down the toilet. Don't go and break all of our beer or whatever we happen to use as a vice. Allow us to have our vices, because believe me, our vices is what stops us from doing other ignorant stuff like killing people. Okay, just being blatantly honest with you. Okay, all right. Number 3. Now this is a problem I've dealt with for the whole part of my marriage. Okay, but I understood because she was like that in the beginning, so I could not be number 2 and try to change her when I already knew what the third thing I'm getting ready to say is how she is. Women, I get it. You do everything on your own anyway. You're used to it, but don't be too independent that you got this man thinking, why am I with you to begin with? Now I understand, ladies, you're already built to do stuff on your own. If you've been a single mom before this guy even came into the picture, in your mind you're gonna be a single mom until the day he puts a ring on it. And even then you might still have a certain way you do things. You're used to handling the bill, you're used to doing the cooking, you're used to taking care of your kids. Okay? So now that you have a man, don't be so independent that you don't give that man a purpose of being in your life other than what he can do in the bedroom for you. Allow that man to have some responsibility, some level of importance, some way to contribute to your everyday life. This man wants you to be less stressed than you were before he got there because you are already stressed out from the previous relationship and the outcomes of that previous relationship. Allow that man to be a part of your life, not just an extension to your life, because that's how you lose a good man. If there's no reason for him to be there, he won't stay there. So look into that, definitely. Okay? And like I said, I had that issue with Teresa because she was already used to doing everything on her own, that she did not know how to take some of that responsibility and delegate it as a couple instead of doing it on her own. Now, I still let her do things on her own. All I ask for her to do is let me know what you're doing. Therefore, if I can assist, I'll assist. If I can't assist and you need to do this, I can at least take care of some other stuff while you're doing this. You see, people, that's how you take an independent situation and you make it a union, but yet still have your independency. Because I know a lot of women complain about losing their independency, losing their identity. No, you don't lose your identity. You just expand what your identity consists of. Okay? Number 4. Ladies, I get it. Sometimes you have to tell us when we're fucking up. Okay? Sometimes you have to let us know where we're making our mistakes. And like me and Cal said previously before, we want y'all to do that. Okay? But don't mock us. Don't keep bringing it up. Don't keep hanging it over our head. And don't keep assuming that because this situation happened one time before, that we're going to do it again. We learn from our mistakes just like you guys do. So if we do something wrong, allow us to be in this situation again to show you we learned. So if we forgot to wash the dishes one night, don't constantly keep nagging and complaining, saying, you don't never want to wash the dishes, you don't never do this, you don't never do that. Just say, hey, make sure you do the dishes and leave it alone. Don't bring up the fact we forgot to do it last time. Don't bring up the fact that we left a plate in the room. Don't forget that we left that beer bottle on the table in the front room. Don't keep nagging about it. Just say, hey, don't forget your beer bottle, and keep doing what you're doing. We'll be like, oh, shit, let me get this real quick. Okay? Because that can push us away more than anything, because you want to know how side chicks are winning? You want to know how hoes is winning? They don't nag. Okay? They don't nag. That's why we have no problems with dealing with these other women who ain't shit, because they don't nag. They keep it simple. You left a mess at my house last time you were here. Make sure you clean that up. End of story. Plain and simple. It's done. We go home. We get nagged on because we're 5 minutes late. We go about our business. You're always playing your video games. You don't never want to go and do nothing here. You don't always want to do this. What about that you've been working on for the past couple? I haven't finished that because I'm waiting for something to come in. I need to play my video games because I need to de-stress from the stuff that's going on at work. I try to talk to you about what's going on at work, but you don't want to listen to it because you don't know who these people are, so you don't care. Or I come in the house and you already doing this over here. I'm not going to bother you when you're over there. Plus, you on the phone with Cheryl. Well, I don't care for what you and Cheryl talk about, so why would I come in there and sit there and listen to you talk to Cheryl? This is how arguments start for no reason. I don't know a Cheryl. I just made up a Cheryl. So I apologize for any ladies who have a friend. Like, I apologize. Like, I don't know a Cheryl. I don't know a Cheryl. I'm not attacking any Cheryl. I just thought the very first name that came to my mind. I apologize. It happened to be a Cheryl. It's a Sunday. They rolled together. I'm sorry. Okay? I'm just saying. All right, and number 5, and this is a universal issue that can ruin a relationship, but I'm just going to label it for the situation right now. Ladies, don't keep secrets. And secrets don't always have to be you're messing around with somebody else or you're hiding money over here or anything like that. Because believe it or not, the money situation, if we're not struggling, if you're just hiding money for a rainy day because that's what you do, and then you present, here's our escape plan, here's our plan B, cool. Teresa do that all the time. Teresa got a whole bank account to the side. I don't know how much is in there. I don't care how much is in there. I don't even ask her to use it unless it's a dire situation or it's regarding the kids. But to me, that's not a secret because she admitted she has another account. What I mean keeping secrets is if you're out doing stuff or you're kicking it with your girls and you and your girls went somewhere and you ran into your ex and your ex made a proposition to you, you didn't want to bring that up because you're done with that ex. Don't keep that to yourself. That's a coffee talk conversation. And here's the reason why I say that, ladies. That conversation, that guy, that shot he shot, it gets back to us. Just like you women talk about the things that men do that get back to you, the same thing happens. If my boy pulled up on you, I need to know that because that might not be my boy. Okay? If things are happening and you don't feel comfortable being in this position, you talk to your mate about that. Don't keep that to yourself. Okay? Because that situation can easily go from someone shot they shouldn't be and I need to go ahead and check that to it can be a Pac and Biggie situation. Because I never knew. I find out from the grapevine that such and such shot his shot with you. And now he done took the story and made it saying that he done smashed you. Okay? It may not have happened, but now we're both looking like fools in the streets. So now I got to escalate this situation to a whole nother level when this shit could have been checked right away. I don't know about your whereabouts on this particular time because you were out with your friends and such shot his shot that night. You spent the night at Cheryl's house. For all I know, what he's saying is true. Don't have me looking like a fool. Don't get fucked up. Okay? At the end of the day, and I say that seriously but with a little joking manner because some girls like to hear their man pull them to the side and check them real quick because it's a turn on to them. But in actuality, don't get fucked up because the situation can escalate further than what it is. Don't keep secrets from your mate. I'm not saying sit here and tell every single juicy gossip that Cheryl just told you on the phone because we don't want to hear that. But if something happened that is about me or about you, share that with your mate. Final thing, and this is something that I'm so sick of hearing about because it should not be to this point. Ladies, guys, share the fact that you've had an STD with your potential mate at one point in time. Go to the clinic and get checked together. Don't keep that to yourself. It is too many women out here who are waking up going to their gynecologist, finding out they have herpes because the guy that they have been with for the last 4 years gave it to them. Okay? Or the guy they just started talking to gave it to them. If you have a friend to the end, share that. Let that person make the decision after you've given this information if they still want to deal with you. Don't keep that to yourself. Don't hold on to that. I have a friend right now, a young lady. I'm still trying to figure out how this is possible. But she no longer has herpes. Okay, some medical breakthrough that she's tried and gone through has cleared it up based on tests that's been done by a couple of doctors. So she don't have it no more. But she got it from a guy who that she was dating for about a year. He never told her he had it. Never told her that he had it. Gave it to her. The next 5 years of her life was hell because every single relationship she got into when she thought that this was going to be the guy that she could settle down with did not want to be committed to her because she had the package. Now here's the thing that pissed me off about the situation. They had no problem fucking her or doing whatever went down. But when it came time to commit, her having the package was something she couldn't deal with. My sister, not going to say which one, goes through the same scenario. Unlike my friend, though, she gladly puts it out there and does not hold any punches to let people know that she has it because she wants people to be aware you can still function in everyday life with this going on. Has had multiple relationships that have thrived, failed for other reasons, but the package was not the reason that stopped her, that just stopped the relationship. So what I'm using these two examples as is men I'm more talking to lately than women in this situation is don't hide secrets. Put it out there. If you was a hoe in your past life, put it out there. It's like, well, I had a hoe phase. It ran for 5 years. My body count is high. I don't talk to none of the guys I used to mess with. Take me as I am. I can take you as you are because I know everything now. But if we dating and then I come to find out while we all out at a party, my guy pulled me to the side and said, hey, bro, that's you? And I want to say with a smile on my face, like, yeah, that's me, dog. You know she got a train ran on her back in 2007 by all the guys down at the Boys and Girls Club. You know, I'm not saying come out and say, hey, I had a train ran on me in 2007, but come out and say, hey, I had a promiscuous past. Can you live with my promiscuous past? You know what I'm saying? Do I have any diseases? No, I'm clean, I'm checked out, I'm good. Yes, I know who my baby daddy is. I just happen to be a little loose back in the days. It was 10 years ago. Can you roll with me now? That's all we asking. Same guys do the same thing too. It's like, hey, just give you a heads up. Back in high school, I used to smash Cheryl in the hallway. We don't get down like that. I know that's your friend, but I'm really digging you. My life is better. I got my shit together. Can you date me? Knowing I slept with Cheryl 15 years ago. Put it on the table. Let your mate make these decisions. Let them accept it. Okay? Same thing you good guys. You good guys got to understand you got to take a girl who got baggage, who got problems, who's been hurt. You got to ask yourself, can I deal with the pain that's going to come with this? Her baby daddy wasn't shit and he's in jail. He going to get out in 7 years. Do I want to deal with her and work with her because in 7 years I got this new issue? Am I prepared for that? Is it going to be an issue? Okay? These are the things we have to ask. Put it on the table, people. Put it on the table. If you do that, I swear to God, you will have the best relationship ever. All right. right, now all y'all can put y'all pens down. Go resharpen your pencils, cause I'm done. Those are my 5. A lot of y'all wasn't ready for that. Just know Jesus loves you. Jesus loves you. I think we lost him. I think he went. I think he. I think he went soul searching. I think he went soul searching. He went to look deep. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, bro. Excuse me, sir, sir. I just, sir, sir, sir. I just, sir. I'm just giving, sir. I'm sorry. I'm going to let you finish, sir. But I just got to put this disclaimer out there that those here at Tone Deaf Radio do not take responsibility for what's being said at the end of the man cave. So if you have any issues or complaints, please do not, and I repeat, do not dive in the DMs or the inbox of Tone Deaf Radio. His name is Cal Williams. He can be found on Facebook, Instagram, Instagram. It's cool. It's cool. I don't want the women to boycott Tone Deaf Radio as a whole. I just want them to focus their anger at the one person that they're angry at. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I got a business to run here. This is a true statement. You do at times. You got pick your battle. You got to pick your battles. I agree with him on that. Mm. Now, I don't disagree with you one bit. I just want to make sure that when the women come for you, they come for you. Yes, because we've had too many times we have been shot. Me and Gator over here catching friendly fire for no reason. Just So for those ladies who want to step in the man cave and go ahead and go one on one with the man they call Cal Williams, go ahead and email us at that tonedeafradio@gmail.com. Cal will have no problem with making you an honorary guest of the man cave, so you can go ahead and talk to this man about how you really feel. You just told you you just told you just told a woman to stop being a woman. I just want you to know that. You just told a woman to stop being a woman by not allowing their emotions to be part of them. Just saying, bruh. It's a saying, man. But you have to look at what we're saying to them and how they receive it, because you got to understand delivery is the big thing, but a lot of people ain't ready to hear the truth. Like, remember, we just told people earlier in the show, you got to stop trying to be for somebody as a mate and be for yourself. Some people ain't ready to hear that, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, we blatantly told you, like, nigga, just be alone. You're a horrible mate. Be alone. That's what we just told them. Okay? They're not ready to hear that. So you got to be ready, bro. Like, you can't tell somebody not to bring their emotions to a gunfight, because emotions is what help a saying go super. So the cave ain't for you. Yeah, okay, that's better. Big facts. Gator, you got anything to say? Because basically, if anything goes down, you in it too. That's why I had to throw that disclaimer on there, because Cal, Cal, him, Yeah, that's gonna be the first person that's gonna jump up. But we not gonna go there. I'm editing this part out. I'm editing this out. See, the saving grace is you can't call in the blog talk right now because they suck. So you have to listen to the live stream and you have to wait for the edited version in order to be able to hear anything we said today. So that person is not gonna hear this last little bit we talking about right now because I don't want to give them the satisfaction of any of that because we heard the show and we were attacked. We were attacked for no reason. Big facts. Big facts. No, she came for him. She threw me under the bus. She came for him. She came for him because I had to think about it. She said at the end of the show. Now, when the show ended, I wasn't on air with you guys because I was on the phone call. So I'm sitting here like, okay, what happened at the end of the show? I had to go back to the man cave, re-listen to it to see what the fuck Cal did that got us in trouble. Nothing happened. Like for what she talked about, nothing happened to the sense of it was geared towards anybody in particular. She just did not like what was said. That's what it boiled down to. She did not like what was said. And because she did not like what was said, I'm and I'm you see me like normally I got something to say, but I'm like, I'm not touching this with a tennis. I'm not. I'm not commenting on this. I'm not dealing with this. No, no, we got it. But the problem, but see, the problem is, and it ties kind of into the show partially, is she wants she wants the relationship with you. You have all the elements of what she looks for in a mate. Okay. The problem is you're fine with yourself right now, and it doesn't work for her. That's the problem. It doesn't work for her. And everybody is telling her, whether it's coming from us, coming from church, coming from her life, like you need to just focus on you right now. Like you can't force something that's not just not going to be. You can't force it. And she wants to force it. So because you're living your best life and you're not going through a whole phase, you literally are just focused on you and what you want in life. It's not it's not gelling with her right. There's nothing you can do about it. You're not at fault. So anything you do, anything you say, any move you make going forward is always going to be an issue. And I'm sorry, that's just what it boils down to. I hate to say that because she's not a bad woman. You're not a bad woman. It's not that you don't want to, like, you wouldn't date her because you did. That's where it started from. It's just the fact that life changed. You know. Make it yours. And I think that's where she is right now. That she's realizing I fucked up, and she wants the second chance, and she wants to try to correct her mistakes and be that person. But the problem is one, she hasn't adjusted like you want her to adjust, or she needs to adjust to give you the confidence that what the reason was before won't be a new reason again. And I guess, see, because I'm trying to play devil's advocate here, because I don't want it to make it seem like don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Because I know her personality, I know you, I know your personality. I know that if things was a little bit different, things may have worked out a lot better, things may have worked out great, but mistakes were made. And I think what, and the thing about it is before any of this was done, before the man cave came to fruition or anything of that nature, I talked to both of y'all and I said, are you guys sure you can do this together? I have no ill feelings towards it ending. I've dealt with her first. I'm dealing with you. I look at everything from a business point of view. And when it boils down to it, if I feel that your guys' relationship or non-relationship can and will affect business, I have to intervene. And the way the situation is it's not a problem on the surface as of yet. But that moment when that show was done, that statement was made, I had to look at it from a business point of view. If you felt that way and you had issues, there's a way to do it. If you had an issue with the way that we said something on the show and you had to address it, you address it as if a new topic needs to be. It's like, okay, so I was listening to one of our other shows the other day, and the guys in the man cave said something, and I want to do a women's perspective of the show. So what we're going to do tonight on this show is we're going to take the same things and we're going to spin. Or if you don't even want to acknowledge the other show. So I was listening to a podcast the other day, and the podcast, they spoke upon this. And it's not my normal view, so I want to dive in on it and speak on this. That's how you keep it professional, but still get your opinion out there. You don't create a dissension and make everybody think there's something going on. Like, oh, well, let's listen to this. Let's listen to this podcast because they have drama. I don't ever want us. And I don't ever want anybody to think that's what they could do. That's what they need to listen for. Because we're not a drama company. We don't do that. We are family. And I get family has issues, but the one thing that a black family does or doesn't do is you don't put your family business in the streets. Okay? You don't put your family business in the street. But here's the thing. The reason, but But here's the thing: she only agrees with Gator because he's in touch with his feminine side. Like because he agrees with because he's agreed with some of the things women say and do. He's all right. Like no, he doesn't agree. He just understands. And I'm not saying that we don't. It's not saying that we don't understand. It's just at the same time we not gonna cater to the bullshit. Because sometimes you women do shit and you fuck up. You need to hear when you fuck up, and we will tell you. Now, once we tell you, we'll love you, we'll rub your feet, we'll give you a massage, and we'll make you a sandwich. But we gonna tell you you fuck up because we want you to do the same thing with us. That's the difference. Gator's in the position right now where he just sick of bullshit. He just sick of bullshit right now. So he's not going to put himself in the position until he gets to the point in his life where, okay, I'm sick of the bullshit. I know what I want. I know what I don't want. If I don't get it, I'm not going to deal with it. I'm not going to play myself short. The reason why women love Gator because a lot of women are in that same space in their life. They are done playing and they're sick of the bullshit. And that's what it boils down to. My whole thing is, and this is my thing. I have no issue with her doing. I have no issue if you got problems, you got something. We all adults. I always say the chat is there for a reason. Okay, the chat is there for a reason. If you don't feel a certain way about something, you say it. Get it off your chest. Move on with your life. If you're gonna make a topic about it, make a show about it. But don't put the family business in the streets. Okay, if it ain't involving money, if it ain't involving bad business practices, and if it ain't involving stealing of ideas, it don't need to be in the streets. That's it. We're live on Spreaker, yes, and I don't care. Okay. You being Gator, that's what. No, no, you're playing devil's advocate, and it's cool because I do it all the time. It's cool. and I feel you on that. And I also, right, and I also, but I know, but see, the thing is, I know her too. I know her too. So I know there's more to what's being said than what you're telling me and what she's telling me. See, because I knew out of everybody on Tone Deaf Radio, and that means everybody, including Juan, she's the person I've known the longest. Okay, we've also, and Cal, you know, we also have a history before. I mean, hell, technically, Gator know too. I have a history too, so I know everything you've gone through, and I know that there's more to the story than what's being told. But I go back and I look at it as a family point of view. Tone Deaf Radio is a family. So because we're a family, whatever's going on between family members, stay between family members. It's not until you bring other people into business that it makes me have to step back and like, hold on, wait a minute now. You didn't have to say that. Now I didn't even want to come to her and say, what was that all about? Because then I'll get this whole emotional blown up situation. I like to let it wait for a week, see what happens afterwards. I didn't want us to talk about this at all or touch it at all because I didn't want it to build up even more than what it needs to be, because when it boils down to it, it's she's not happy with where she is with you. Period. That's the whole underlining thing. So no matter what conflict between shows go on or what's said on one show compared to said on another show, none of that matters because it all boils back to she's not happy where she is with you. Period. Okay? Period. Now, Tuesday, for all we know, show go on. First thing out of her mouth, I gotta apologize about how I acted last week. And she may turn around and recant every single thing that was said because she knows she's wrong for saying it. Or she might go in again. Who knows? But at the end of the day, we are going to be the adults here, and we're not even going to touch it. This whole thing, if you are listening live, you people are lucky. You're getting a piece of conversation that will be deleted immediately once the show is done. Because as guys, we haven't had an opportunity to sit down and talk about this because we didn't know if we wanted to talk about it, people. So if you're hearing this, it's only because this is the first time collectively the fam is together and the topic just sparked it. Okay? But other than that, this will never be spoke upon again. If she has a problem going forward, it needs to be talked amongst them two. Because that's where the issue lies. You know? Unfortunately, it happens to be. And when it boils down to it, bro, she just needs you to fuck her. That's just what it is. I didn't want to say it because the girls were right here. But that would boil. She needs you to fuck her. She needs you to fuck her. That's all. She just needs you to fuck her. No, Jacob. As a married man myself, of being married for as long as I have, there's a time when you can have an argument with your woman, and it's because you did something wrong, or you guys disagree on something. But then there comes those times where you have an argument because she is frustrated, she doesn't know how to get it out, and you just need to fuck her. That's it. Any guy that she knows can come to her and be like, you know what, I'll dick you down, let's get this on. And she might take it, but she might not. But at the end of the day, it has to be from Cal for her to be okay. That's what it is. I hate to say it. Like right now, Teresa has that issue, but life won't let her. We can't do nothing because of life. And that's what it is. She's frustrated. That's what it is. That's what it boils down to. I didn't want to say it at first, but that's what it is. I'm sorry. with that being said, we are definitely like 20 minutes over when the show was supposed to end it. Thank you for those who tuned into the live show. Blog Talk did not want us to be great tonight. It probably didn't want us to do this ending part. That's probably why. Um, but with that being said, make sure you check us out on iTunes and Spreaker. Make sure you check out the breakdown this Tuesday, and then the Death Fresh show. We should be back this Thursday as we start Podcast Appreciation Month. We birthed a lot of shows. We birthed a lot of people. We birthed a lot of inspiration. So yeah, tune in and check out and see who we have joining us. Yeah, yeah. Shit. Which one is that one? I don't. I'm black here. No, the board just got wonky, so I don't know what it says right now. That's why I said, let's see which one is that one. Give me a minute. Oh, okay. All right, cool. I got it. Up, we out, people.